Hey hippies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new KKW Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is from her Classic collection, and I've never tried anything really from KKW, so this is also going to be like a first impression video on the eyeshadows, how they perform, how they blend, are they worth it? So yeah, let's just jump right into it. I already have my face makeup done, my brows, and an eyeshadow primer on. Can I just take a minute to talk about the Sigma eyeshadow base primer? This is so good. Like, I've been using it since I received it, and it's amazing. I also have a discount code that I'll leave in the description bar below if you guys are interested in any Sigma products. I am going to be using a lot of their brushes today. And so yeah, let's just jump right into it. This is the packaging for the palette, and it's super sleek, kind of goes with Kim Kardashian's whole like nude vibes. Colors are so beautiful. First impression, just opening this palette, it has a really big mirror, so that's always good. The eyeshadow names are not printed on the like underneath the pans, but they are listed on the back, so that's good. I already knew when I bought this that the colors are very neutral and kind of basic, but it would be perfect for like any everyday makeup look, and that's pretty much like the shadows that I normally reach for are colors like this, so let's get into it. I'm not sure like what kind of vibe I want to go with. I think like more of a pinky vibe since I'm wearing a pink shirt, so I'm going to start with this color right here. It's the color Florence. And I'm going to use a Sigma E40 brush. Just going to sweep that color along the crease. This color's pretty neutral. It is showing up, so it's pretty pigmented for the kind of color it is. There isn't a lot of fallout in the pan, which is good. And like I said, this is like my first time ever using anything from KKW Beauty. I don't know if the camera is even picking that up, but it's a nice neutral, like light tan shade. So I wanted something like a little deeper, so I'm gonna go in, what's this color? Calabasas, with the same E40 brush and just sweep it along where we just put that other color, because I don't feel like it showed up as good for the look that I want to do. Ooh, this color is pretty. This is a good transition shade. This brush is really good at really buffing out a transition color. Now that we have a good base on our eyes, I'm gonna start with the color, what is this color? Dash. I'm gonna use a Sigma E38 brush to do that, and I'm gonna focus it more in the crease of my eye, not trying to go above that original transition color. Ooh, this is a really pretty like pinky nude shade. I really like it. It's got a more cool undertone, and you don't see a lot of cool toned eyeshadows, so I really appreciate that. And then with the same brush, I'm just gonna kind of buff that into the rest of the original colors, just to really diffuse it and make it really smoked out. Now I'm gonna take this Sigma E59 brush, and with the color, what am I gonna use? Family. Oh, this color is gorgeous. That added just a nice little wash of color to the eye. I'm gonna actually use this brush to really pack on this color, and then I'll blend it out. And then with the E40 Sigma brush, I'm going to really blend this. This brush is amazing at blending. I've had this brush for, I don't know, like 5 years now, and it's just still like maintained its shape, and I mean, it looks a little haggard at the bottom, but whatever. And so far I'm really loving these shadows. They're blending out like beautifully together, really easy. I don't feel like I'm constantly having to blend. And since I am testing this palette out for the first time, I kind of go a little crazy and want to use all the colors. And then I'm gonna take the color Gemini on an E25 blending brush. It's like a more like defined, smaller brush, and I'm gonna focus that darker color right on the outer corner of my eye. I'm like obsessing over these colors right now. They're like cool toned. I totally didn't expect them to be cool toned like this. No fallout, which is good. And I'm not just saying that because I am a Kim Kardashian fan. I get a lot of crap for liking her, but I think she is just an amazing businesswoman. She sets the trends for makeup and fashion, and that's why I like her. She's a trendsetter. And then going back in with the E38 brush, I'm just gonna blend that out. Make sure it's really blended, which you don't have to blend that much. I lost some of that pigment from the color Family, so I'm just gonna put that kind of in the corners of my eye. I like how that looks. And again, blend, blend, blend. And you know your girl's gotta try out a shimmer shade, so which one? I think I'm gonna do, what is this color? I'm gonna try out North. And I usually apply it with my finger, but I'm gonna test out two different ways. There's a lot of pigment on my finger. Ooh, that's pretty. Very pigmented. Okay, I'm just gonna get my brush wet. And I didn't have anything that close to me, so I'm using this NYX matte finishing spray. I mean, it works, anything to wet your brush. And then just dip it into that color North. And let's see how it applies with brush. Oh wow. It applies really good with the brush. Probably even better than your finger. Okay. So pretty, no fallout whatsoever. I feel like that's usually the test with shimmer shadows in a palette, if there's fallout or not. My brush is pretty dry now, so it's holding on to the colors pretty good and it's not falling out. Like, I have no fallout. I'm gonna go back and just kind of blend these two colors together, the shimmer shade and the darker one, Gemini, just so it blends out more seamlessly. There's like no harsh lines. I'm also going to sweep some color on my lower lash line. I'm gonna use the color Family. I feel like when you do this to your bottom lid, or what do they call that? Your lash line, it really makes your eyeshadows and your whole makeup look just come together. And I also like putting some color down there because I can put it over all of my wrinkles. I'm gonna use this other shimmer shade in the color Saint, and I'm gonna use that for my inner corner highlight. Oh, that is so pretty. Woo. I think I'm gonna use this for my actual highlight too. And why not put a little bit by the brow bone. I'm gonna go in with a Sigma gel liner with this E06 brush from Sigma and just give myself maybe a wing. We'll see how I feel. Okay, I just finished up my eyes by putting some eyeliner and some lashes on, and now I need a highlight. And one of my favorite things that I've been doing lately is using a color in a new palette as a highlight shade, because why not? Same color that I used for my inner corner highlight and my brow bone, so I know it's gonna work really well for a highlight. And that's exactly what we're looking for. I have a honkin' zit right here, so just gonna highlight that baby, make it more pretty, right? Highlight our nose a little bit, Cupid's bow. I also like to use my finger and dip into that and then really highlight your Cupid's bow. And then to make your highlight less intense, if you're not into that blinding looking highlight, then just take like a damp beauty sponge and press it into your skin. By doing that, it just makes like the chalkiness, if any, of the highlight just go away and kind of just melt right into your skin. So this is the final makeup look. So my final thoughts about this palette is that it's gorgeous. The colors blend out really good. I would even suggest these eyeshadows if you're new at makeup, because I couldn't believe like how easily they blended compared to like Morphe eyeshadows. Morphe eyeshadows are like half the price of this palette, but I really feel like you have to work at blending those. And I mean, it's probably because of the price point. One thing that I didn't like about this palette is that the packaging is really pretty, but I did get it really dirty already, and it was the first time that I used it. So, I mean, it kind of takes away from like the prettiness because I got a bunch of like black on it. But that's just the packaging. I'm not here to look and make sure the packaging looks pretty. I'm here to use the shadows. And as far as the shadows go, there was no fallout, but I feel like they're just really pretty colors. It is pretty basic. You get 7 matte shades and 3 shimmer shades, which the lightest color you can definitely use for a highlight, which I love. So is this Laugh Love and Hippie approved? It is. I totally think it's a good investment if you haven't tried anything from KKW Beauty. This is my first time trying anything from her makeup line, and so far I'm loving it. And of course, a makeup line done by Kim Kardashian. She's not going to half-ass it. And I kind of knew that this was going to be pretty good because she would get a lot of criticism. Everyone criticizes her. I don't know why. Haters. So that's my final review and first impressions on the KKW eyeshadow palette from her classic collection. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, hippies.